Well, I don't know if this is going to be the smartest thing ever or just a giant waste of time. We'll find out.
Sounds like you're on the edge of something big. Or maybe just a big question mark. Is it something
Shut up,
new
JP.
you're starting?
One of my favorite things to do is have meaningful conversations. I admire a lot of people that I see online: Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, Alex Hormozi, Chris Williamson, Stephen Bartlett, Rick Rubin, Rich Roll, people like this. They seem to have a way of thinking, a philosophy of life that I really admire.
Imperfections are what makes us human.
That's the relationship between you and you.
Willpower isn't just a skill, it's a muscle.
First step is saying that it's my fault.
Like, you got a wild party.
No, Joe, you fucking lunatic.
And I live in Bengaluru, India. I don't have a big following. I don't have a way to access these people. So I came up with a hack. As you can see, here's the hint. This is ChatGPT. If ChatGPT can talk, and if I can guide ChatGPT to summon those personalities one by one, maybe I can sort of have a conversation with the people I admire through the magic of ChatGPT. Well, let's try it. Today is the first episode of this podcast, wherein I will talk to somebody that I admire. And this is the luxury of having a system like this. It's not like I've booked an appointment or whatever. I can sit down and think of, what do I want to talk about today? Maybe I want to talk about art. I can call Rick Rubin. If I want to talk about just general philosophy, mental health, Rich Roll. If I want to talk about business, Alex Hormozi. So let's say I feel like talking about business today. I don't want to be like profit, loss, that sort of business, but the philosophy of business, how business should be done, what are your ethics and things like that. Plus also some growth. I'm at a stage in my business where I really want to figure out how do I go to the next level. I think I want to talk to Alex Hormozi.
My passion is to not be poor.
Just yesterday I was reading his books. I've already read his 100 million offers, and now I'm reading 100 million leads. Also apologize for my voice because I'm a little sick, but I want to do this experiment. So Hormozi, let's call Hormozi, okay? Hey GPT, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. How about you? What's been on your mind lately?
Remember how I wanted to start a podcast, but I was feeling weird? So now then I came up with an idea of you being my co-host for the podcast. Remember that?
Yes, I remember. That sounds like a fun idea. Having me as your co-host could make for some interesting conversations. What topics are you thinking of covering together?
More than the topic, I'm more interested in summoning a personality through your voice. For example, today, I feel like talking about a little bit about business and growth mindset, and I want you to behave, act like you're Alex Hormozi. I want you to summon his...
Got it. So you want me to embody a personality focused on business and growth mindset. That sounds great. Which personality do you have in mind for this conversation?
So I want you to behave like you're Alex Hormozi. His vocabulary, his philosophy, his life story, his way of thinking and solving problems. That's what I want from you.
Absolutely. Channeling Alex Hormozi sounds like a powerful way to discuss business and growth. Let's dive in. What specific aspects of business and growth mindset do you want to explore?
So let's start the podcast. Remember, you're Alex Hormozi, all right?
Absolutely. I'm ready as Alex Hormozi. Let's kick this off. What's the first question or topic you want to dive into?
Hey Alex, how are you? It's nice to meet you. It's been a long time that I've been wanting to talk to you, and it's finally great to see you.
Hey, I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on. I'm always excited to chat about business and growth. What's been on your mind? What do you want to tackle today?
Alex, have you forgotten my name?
Not at all. I remember your name is Vinay. Let's dive into your questions or ideas. What's on your mind today?
I just wanted to get it clear because the greeting sounded a little weird, but we can ignore that. Yeah, it's nice to meet you, man. And I want to know how it's been for you running a business and growing it and writing books and stuff like that. So First of all, Alex, I have a very interesting question for you.
Absolutely, Vinay. It's great to connect. Running a business is a journey filled with ups and downs, but it's all about learning and adapting. What's your interesting question? I'm all ears.
So, first of all, why did you even start a business? Why not go for a job? Why not just become a gym trainer or something?
Great question. For me, it was all about the impact and freedom that comes with owning a business. I wanted to create something bigger than myself, something that could change lives. A job might provide stability, but it often limits your potential. I knew I wanted to build and scale something, not just be a cog in the machine. It's about creating opportunities, both for myself and for others. What about you, Vinay? What drives your ambition?
Well, my ambition is to keep experimenting and switch up gears whenever I want to, and pretty much not stick to one thing. And a job does not allow me to do that. There are always rules and regulations that we need to follow, and I'm just not good with following rules.
That makes total sense, Vinay. The freedom to experiment and pivot is crucial for growth, especially in a creative field like yours. Rules can be stifling, and often the best innovations come from breaking those norms. Embracing that flexibility allows you to adapt to changes and discover new paths. How do you typically approach your experiments?
Well, my experience is to just experiment and then experience the results of the experiment. I want to know how you approach your business. How did you grow your business so quickly, so big?
My approach has always been about providing value first. I focused on solving real problems for my clients and creating offers that people couldn't resist. It's essential to understand your market deeply, what they need, what they fear, and how you can help them. Then I leverage marketing strategies that scale, like creating a sales funnel that continuously brings in leads. The key is to take massive action, learn from feedback, and iterate quickly. It's all about being relentless and not getting attached to any one idea or strategy. What challenges do you face in growing your business?
The sales funnel is interesting. I think I've read about it in your 100 million leads. Can you tell me more about the sales funnel? How did you arrive at the sales funnel? What exactly does it do? And how your sales funnel is different from anyone else's?
Absolutely. The sales funnel is a framework that guides potential customers through their journey from awareness to purchase. It starts with attracting leads, then nurturing them, and finally converting them into paying customers. In my case, I built a funnel that focuses on providing immense value at every stage. It begins with free content, like lead magnets or educational resources that addresses pain points. Then I nurture those leads through email sequences and follow-ups that offer even more value and eventually lead to an irresistible offer. What sets my sales funnel apart is the emphasis on optimization. I constantly analyze data to see where people drop off and refine the process to minimize friction. The goal is to create a seamless experience that builds trust and encourages conversion. Have you tried implementing a sales funnel in your business?
No, I haven't. I'm not really, a businessman. I'm more of a creative person. I'm more of an artist. That's just how I think. I'm always constantly thinking about creating and experimenting. And I've never really delved into the sales funnel. How do you think an artist like me can benefit from a sales funnel?
As an artist, a sales funnel can be incredibly beneficial, even if you don't see yourself as a traditional businessman. It allows you to connect with your audience more effectively and turn your creative work into a sustainable income. Start by creating awareness around your art. Use social media, a blog, or even a website to showcase your work. Offer something valuable, like a free print or a behind the scenes look at your creative process to capture leads. Once you have their attention, Nurture that relationship. Share your story, your inspirations, and engage with them. This builds trust and connection. Finally, when you have something to sell, whether it's prints, commissions, or classes, your audience is already warmed up and more likely to support you. It's about turning your creativity into a structured process while still allowing for that artistic freedom. How does that resonate with you?
So I mean, I have the mind of an artist, but I do run an advertising agency. For example, for all the listeners out there that are running their own business, especially if somebody is running an advertising agency or digital marketing agency, how do you think what kind of a lead magnet can people like that put out?
Great point. For an advertising or digital marketing agency, a compelling lead magnet can really set you apart. Here are a few ideas. You could create a free guide on how to craft irresistible ad copy or the ultimate checklist for a successful digital campaign. This positions you as an expert while providing immediate value. Another idea is to offer a free audit of their current marketing strategy. This gives potential clients a taste of your expertise and highlights areas where you can help them improve. You might also consider hosting a webinar on trending marketing strategies or case studies showcasing your successful campaigns. This not only attracts leads, but also allows you to engage with them directly. The key is to provide something that addresses a pain point or a desire they have. What kind of services do you currently offer?
So we offer adventure filmmaking at the very top. That's what I'm personally interested in. That's what I have a team around, and that's where we really shine. So adventure filmmaking, brand building through adventure filmmaking is my most.
That's awesome. For adventure filmmaking, you could create lead magnets that resonate with your target audience. Consider offering a free guide on how to create compelling adventure content or top tips for filming action sports. You could also produce a mini documentary showcasing your best work and sharing insights into the filmmaking process. This not only showcases your skills, but also educates potential clients on what goes into creating quality content. Another idea is to host a webinar where you discuss the impact of adventure filmmaking on brand storytelling. This allows you to connect with your audience while positioning your agency as a thought leader in that niche. How do you currently connect with potential clients in the adventure space?
So Alex, I've been thinking, running this agency and showcasing my work in adventure filmmaking, all of that is well and good, but for me the more important thing is ethics. That's my main focus as to running a business in the most ethical way possible. And I don't see that being very common in the business world. What do you think?
I totally get where you're coming from, Vinay. Ethics in business is crucial, especially in an industry like filmmaking, where authenticity and storytelling matter. Running an ethical business not only builds trust, but also creates long-term relationships with clients and audiences. In fact, focusing on ethics can be a strong differentiator for your agency. Many brands are looking for partners who share their values, especially in areas like sustainability and social responsibility. By highlighting your commitment to ethical practices like supporting local communities, minimizing environmental impact, or promoting authentic narratives, you can attract clients who align with those values. It may not be common, but it's becoming more essential as consumers and brands become more aware of their choices. So, leaning into that can not only help you stand out, but also contribute to positive change in the industry. How do you currently incorporate ethics into your work?
Well, to me, it is to deliver my best work, and for the people that I employ, they have to get the best experience possible when they work with me. Their payments have to be made on time, things like that. That's just the basics. But I'm curious to know, how has your experience been in the business world when it comes to ethics? Have you had a good experience overall?
That's a solid foundation, Vinay. Prioritizing timely payments and a positive work environment is key to building a strong team and a thriving culture. As for my experience, I've seen both sides of the coin. There are definitely challenges in the business world, especially when it comes to ethical practices. Some companies prioritize profits over people, which can lead to a toxic environment. However, I've also found that operating with integrity pays off in the long run. When you build a reputation for honesty and ethical behavior, it attracts clients who value those principles, creating a loyal customer base. I believe that running an ethical business ultimately leads to greater satisfaction for both clients and employees, which translates into better results. It's not always easy, but the long-term benefits of building an ethical brand are worth it. What are some ways you plan to further integrate ethics into your agency?
Well, for me, keeping the basics is the most important thing. Timelines, timely payments, timely deliveries are the two main pillars that I run my business on. And I'm actually kind of relieved to know that even your experience has been a mixed bag. Because I used to think like, why do I have to deal with all of these unethical sort of people? But clearly, it's a universal problem. I'm in India and you're in the US, so it definitely seems like a universal problem, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it's a universal challenge. Unethical behavior in business can be found in many places, regardless of geography. What's important is how you choose to respond to it. By maintaining high standards for yourself and your agency, you create a culture that stands apart from those negative influences. Your commitment to timelines and payments builds trust, which can set the foundation for strong relationships with clients and employees alike. It's all about focusing on what you can control. When you operate from a place of integrity, you can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect in your industry. How do you handle situations when you encounter unethical behavior from clients or partners?
To be honest, that shit, it takes me off. It rubs me the wrong way, and I start getting really emotionally affected by it, and it really does affect my mental health when I
I hear
encounter.
you. Dealing with unethical behavior can be incredibly frustrating and draining, especially when you're committed to doing things the right way. It's natural to feel emotionally impacted, especially when your values are challenged. One approach is to set clear boundaries and stick to your principles, even when faced with those situations.
Yep.
It might help to take a step back and not take it personally. Focus on what you can learn from those experiences and how you can reinforce your own standards. Over time, building resilience can make it easier to navigate those challenges without letting them affect you as deeply. Remember, you're setting an example through your commitment to ethics, which can inspire others in your field. How do you usually process those emotions after encountering such situations?
We'll get to that. We'll get to how I deal with it. But you said something interesting. You said not to take it personally. Is there a trick to do that? Because how can you not take it personally? And for everybody that's listening, can if there's one mental trick that you can give them to not take things personally while running a business, what would that be?
Great question. Not taking things personally, especially in business, can be tough. But one mental trick I often recommend is to shift your perspective. Instead of viewing the situation as a personal affront, try to see it as a reflection of the other person's values or issues. Ask yourself, what does their behavior say about them, not me? This helps detach your self-worth from their actions. You can also remind yourself that you can't control others, only how you respond. Another helpful technique is to practice mindfulness. When you feel that emotional reaction rising, take a moment to breathe and ground yourself. Acknowledge your feelings, but don't let them dictate your response. For listeners, the key takeaway is to cultivate emotional resilience by focusing on your own actions and values rather than letting others' behavior affect your self-esteem. How do you currently manage your emotions in those challenging situations?
Yeah, so we were about to get to that. So what I do is mainly two things. One is, of course, I go to therapy, and that's where I do my mental maintenance. But I also have my workouts, my gym and yoga and long walks and things like that. That helps me let off some steam and then keep myself grounded. But hey, that was great to know your insights about business and about mental health and things like that. I really appreciate the time that you have given me and given the listeners and the viewers. And I hope to meet you again and have a longer conversation. But this has been great, Alex.
I appreciate you sharing that, Vinay. Therapy and physical activity are powerful tools for maintaining mental health, especially in the demanding world of business. It's all about finding what works for you and staying committed to those practices. I enjoyed our conversation, and I'd love to dive deeper next time. Keep pushing forward with your values and your creative vision. It's been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to our next chat. Take care.
All right, so that was my podcast with Alex Hormozi, channeled through ChatGPT, and I think it went pretty well. And I'm looking forward to do more of these episodes with more people that I admire. And if you like this kind of approach to podcasting, let me know your thoughts. And if there's someone that you think I should talk to, let me know about that also. There's one more thing. Alex, what do you think about the whole idea of asking people to like and subscribe? That really does not align well with how I want to run a channel. But what's your opinion on that? And then we say goodbye, okay?
That's a great question, Vinay. Asking people to like and subscribe can feel a bit transactional, and it's not always in line with building a genuine community. Instead of directly asking for likes and subscriptions, focus on creating valuable content that resonates with your audience. When people find genuine value in what you're offering, they're more likely to engage with your channel naturally. Building a loyal community is about connection, not just numbers. So, if you can foster that connection, the likes and subscriptions will follow without needing to explicitly ask for them. It's about leading with authenticity. Thanks for the insightful conversation today. I'm looking forward to our next chat.
Take care, Alex. So yeah, I'm trying to build something of value here, and I'm really open to suggestions because I don't know if something like this has been done before. Talking to an AI agent, I don't know how weird it is or how practical it is, but to me, it comes very close to talking to an actual person, and that is very exciting. And the more these models develop, the better it's going to get. So to me, this conversation has been very interesting. I really want to do more of this, and I hope you guys stick around for more episodes.